I think developing a relationship with community is not too much different than dating because if you know trying to set up you're trying to set up like I like you, you like me, our values are aligned, so how do I let you know that I'm a good person and that you want to date me, right? For the long haul. So I think you have to court them without stalking them, right? And that means to me, establishing I would first start with an email. If you, let's say for me, I was very interested in intimate partner violence. So I was lucky because my first class in graduate school was about it was literally, we learned how do you develop community partnerships, right? How do you go out in the community? We had to go out and just meet with a whole bunch of people. This is like being on OkCupid. You see their picture, you see their profile, these are all my values, you have all those values, let's just have a coffee, right? So you think of it a lot like that, like find who's going to be a good fit for you. And then again, court them without stalking. So send an email or two, say, hey, this is my name, this is what I am really interested in. I was wondering if you had some time to just talk to me, right? So yeah, that's how I would start. I think you have to be flexible. I think that working with community partners has made me so much less uptight about schedules, because people are busy, right? And I am like the least thing on their priority list until we're doing something together, and then all of a sudden the thing that I'm producing is super, super important. But most of the time I assume that I am not on your radar, right? That you're really not checking for me, that I'm not that interesting to you. And so I'm super flexible. If they have to schedule my schedule, I might do things in the evening times, on the weekends. And I also spend a lot of time relationship building in terms of taking them out for coffee, seeing if they want to go for lunch, that kind of thing. Just being really open around being flexible around what our time looks like together, being flexible around when we talk, they have to schedule or cancel things, understanding that, right? Just being really open to that. And also understanding that the end goal, there's not really an end goal, right? If I'm really interested in them, I'm going to stick around. And if right now isn't a good time to talk to me, maybe I can try again in 6 months, right? I think the other thing when it comes to strategies about maintaining partnerships is offering something valuable, especially in the beginning, is offering something valuable so they want to keep you around. And for a lot of DV programs, the big push right now is for evidence, right? They're told by their administrators and by the folks who give money, grantors, that we want evidence that what you're doing is working. And so I think it's really important to say, hey, there's ways in which I can help you attend to or give you or provide support around some of these funding demands that you have around needing evidence or needing to aggregate data or needing to just ask questions about how your program clients are doing, right? So offer something valuable that contributes to helping them move their mission forward and that you really care about as well. Just like any relationship, you have to demonstrate that you're in it for the long haul. How do you do that? If the money runs out, you still stay. You still offer, if you can, offer guidance and support. If they need, I don't know, sometimes people just need to use the fact that I'm a doctor to make a point. So sometimes I think it's just being open and saying, I'm around. Let's continue to maintain this. I've literally said to partners, I'm with you, right? I'm committed to you. I'm committed to us working together for a long time, no matter what happens, right? And I think that really helps establish that I'm not just a drive-by researcher. I think another strategy or another kind of awareness is that people have legitimate concerns about working with researchers, very legitimate concerns. So sometimes I think at the beginning of a relationship, you can explicitly ask, what has been your experience with working with evaluators or working with researchers? What has that been like for you? What did you like about the process? What didn't you like about the process? And how would you like me to engage with you differently, right? Like, how would you like me to engage with you? What do you think would create a really powerful and sustainable relationship? And I think putting that on the table at the beginning is so helpful.